Hi, it's Jane here. Does your husband or partner feel like he's pulling away from you? Do you feel scared and confused and worried about the future with your man, even though you do almost anything to keep him? I hear you. I know what it feels like to be so deeply invested in a relationship to the exclusion of your needs and what you really want. And I know how terrifying it can be to think of yourself as being alone or separated. And maybe you have children like I did, which makes it seem even more horrendous. And besides, you really want to keep your family together. And maybe you just can't even go there. And I also know how damaging this overinvestment is, not only to the relationship, but even more importantly, to your well being and your sense of worth. Recently, I received a message from a woman in distress, and I could really relate to what she was saying. She said, I have a partner and we've known each other for 20 years and got together last year. We pretty much live together now, and 4 weeks ago he started a new full-time job, leaves at 7:15 a.m. and gets home at 6:30 p.m. I feel like I'm supporting him, listening, making his lunch, coffee or smoothie before he leaves for work, ironing and washing, cooking his dinner and cleaning up without him having to do a thing. He's pretty tired and not sleeping properly, and the last week or so he started going onto his tablet or phone when he gets home to wind down instead of communicating. Is this you? Can you relate to it? Are you trying so hard to do everything right, putting his needs before yours and being ever willing to do whatever it takes to make him happy? Are you cooking, cleaning up after him, cleaning the house, shopping, washing, taking care of the kids, and doing almost everything else? Maybe even with a sweet smile on your face, although deep down you're exhausted and furious. Maybe you feel like a doormat. After all, you're working also, and who's looking out for you? Then stop doing all these things, and because all this doing and taking over his life is the very thing that's pushing him away. And even though you mightn't mean it like that, in a way, your underlying message is that your man isn't capable of looking after himself. It's as though you're mothering him. And let's face it, that's not sexy. Oh no, you might be thinking, I've done everything wrong and I've pushed him away. Well, don't worry. Truly, it's not your fault. And I really believe that if this man's right for you, then you can turn this relationship around very quickly. Because I've done it, and I know you can too. And it's not your fault. I really want you to hear me on this. Society has programmed us with so many wrong messages about love and relationships, and we think we have to earn love, and you were doing it for all the right reasons. And anyway, it's really good news because now you can justify taking really good care of yourself without guilt, because that will make you more attractive to him. And it also means that you have the power to create the relationship that you deserve. Therefore, it's really important to stop smothering and suffocating him with kindness and bring your energy back to you. So here are a few suggestions. Stop organising your man and his life. If you aren't living together or you're not married without any real commitment for the future, then stop doing his washing, ironing, shopping and anything you know that he could do for himself. That doesn't mean not doing things for him when he asks. That's different to jumping in and doing things for our men that they're very capable of doing for themselves, and they don't want us to do it anyway, and then wonder why he doesn't appreciate it. And you have to use your discretion and common sense here. I mean, I've always done the washing, the ironing, the shopping. I have a cleaner, but I do the cleaning as well, and my husband works long hours, and it works. It's just all those extra things that where we move in and take over and do things that he just doesn't want us to do. So if he asks you to do something for him, then that's very different. Then you can do it. And if he appreciates it, as long as he appreciates it. But we want to stop initiating the phone calls, the conversations, the outings, the text messages, the romance, and anything that's just not really necessary. And then step back and allow him to take the lead as much as possible in the relationship. Because that's what men like to do. They like to lead. And it doesn't mean that you don't hold enormous power in your relationships. And you can turn your relationship around very quickly with awareness and the right understanding and right way of doing things. I just know you can. And I'll be cheering for you all the way. You can have the love you deserve. Bye for now.